Imagine leaving your city for years, and when you finally return, everything has changed. Los Santos is no longer the place Carl Johnson once knew. The streets are controlled by gangs, corruption runs through the police, and even his own neighborhood has fallen apart. And this is where CJ's story begins. After 5 long years away, Carl Johnson returns to Los Santos. He came back because of one tragic reason. His mother was murdered. But coming home is harder than he expected. The moment CJ arrives, corrupt police officers start threatening him, and the city quickly reminds him that survival here won't be easy. Los Santos is a city full of chaos and opportunity. Every street tells a story, and every corner hides a new challenge. For CJ, returning home means facing a world that no longer feels familiar. Old friends are struggling, rival gangs are taking control, and the Grove Street families are slowly losing their influence. But CJ refuses to watch his neighborhood fall apart. Step by step, mission by mission, he begins rebuilding the respect that Grove Street once had. Drive-bys, dangerous deals, and gang wars become part of everyday life. Yet San Andreas is not only about conflict, it is also about freedom. Players can drive across huge cities, explore deserts and forests, fly airplanes, ride motorcycles, and discover a world that feels alive. For a game released on the PlayStation 2, the scale was incredible. San Andreas created something special, a place where players could create their own stories. And even today, years later, the streets of Los Santos still feel unforgettable. Because for many players, San Andreas was never just a game. It was a world we grew up in. After returning to Los Santos, CJ realizes that the city has changed, but the streets are still controlled by power, money, and betrayal. The Grove Street families are weaker than ever, and enemies are everywhere. But CJ is no longer the same person who left the city years ago. Now he understands something important. In San Andreas, survival is not about being the strongest. It's about knowing who to trust. As CJ starts rebuilding the Grove Street families, new alliances appear. But so do new enemies. Corrupt cops, powerful gangs, and dangerous missions begin to shape his journey. Every mission brings him closer to power, but also closer to the truth about what really happened to his family. And the deeper CJ goes into the streets of San Andreas, the more dangerous the game becomes. Because in this city, loyalty is rare, and betrayal is everywhere. But the deeper CJ goes into the streets of San Andreas, the more complicated everything becomes. What started as a simple mission to help his brother slowly turns into something much bigger. New cities, new enemies, new opportunities. CJ leaves Los Santos and begins traveling across the massive world of San Andreas, from the quiet countryside to the neon lights of Las Venturas. Every place brings new challenges, dangerous missions, powerful criminals, and people who only care about money and power. But through every fight, every escape, every risky deal, CJ keeps moving forward because deep down, he knows one thing. This journey is not just about the streets anymore. It's about building something bigger than the Grove Street families. It's about becoming someone the whole state of San Andreas will remember. And as CJ rises in power, the question becomes clear. Will he stay loyal to where he came from? Or will the power of San Andreas change him forever? But the deeper CJ gets into the world of San Andreas, the more he realizes something is wrong. This isn't just about gangs anymore. One night, after another mission in Los Santos, CJ receives a call that changes everything. It's Cesar Villalpando. His voice sounds tense. Something big is happening. CJ drives through the dark streets of the city, following Cesar to a quiet industrial area near the docks. From a distance, they watch something they were never supposed to see. A meeting. But not just any meeting. Standing there, a big smoke, Ryder, and the corrupt police officers Tenpenny and Pulaski. The truth hits CJ instantly. The people he trusted the most were working with the enemies the entire time. And worse, they weren't just betraying Grove Street. They were selling out the entire city. In that moment, CJ understands something that changes the entire story. The war in Los Santos was never just about territory. It was about power. money, and control of the streets. But before CJ can react, everything falls apart. Gunshots echo through the night. Cars start chasing each other through the streets. And suddenly CJ is no longer just fighting for Grove Street. Now he's fighting for survival. Because in San Andreas, the moment you learn the truth is the moment everyone wants you gone. The police car disappears into the distance, leaving CJ alone in the quiet countryside. No Grove Street, no allies, no family, just empty roads and the sound of the wind. For the first time since returning to Los Santos, CJ has nothing left. But sometimes, losing everything is where the real story begins. Because far away from the chaos of the city, a new chapter of CJ's journey is about to start. New allies, new enemies, and a path that will change the entire state of San Andreas. But that is a story for the next part.